After her conversation with Kala, Emily gathered her brother and friends together in the cozy cave that served as their home. She knew she had to tell them about her conversation with Kala. She took a deep breath, and began to explain everything that the ancient animal had revealed to her, the history of the ancient order, the ongoing war with the darkness, and her role as the keeper of the magic. At first, her friends were skeptical. They had always known that the forest was a special place, but they had never imagined that it was home to such ancient and powerful magic. But as Emily spoke, they began to see the truth in her words, and they knew that they had to believe her. "I can't believe it," Jack said, shaking his head in disbelief. "I always knew there was something special about this place, but I never imagined it was something like this." "I know it's a lot to take in," Emily said, "but it's the truth. Kala chose me to be its keeper, and it's my duty to protect the magic and the forest." "We'll help you, Jamie said, her eyes shining with determination. "We're a team, and we stick together." "Yeah, we've got your back," Alex added, clapping a hand on Jack's shoulder. "Whatever it takes, we'll do it together." But Jack remained silent, a serious look on his face. Emily could sense that he was troubled by something, and she knew she had to find out what it was. So, when they were alone, she pulled him aside and asked him what was wrong. "I've been training with the stranger," Jack said, his voice low and serious. "The one we met when we first arrived in the clearing. He's agreed to teach me how to fight, but he says I have to leave the forest and go far away to do it." "What do you mean?" Emily asked, her heart sinking. "You can't leave us." "I don't want to," Jack said, "but he says it's the only way I'll be able to learn the skills I need to fight the darkness. He says I'm ready, and if I want to make a difference in this war, I have to go." Emily's mind raced as she tried to process this news. She didn't want to lose her brother, but she knew how much the fight against the darkness meant to him, and if going away and training was what he needed to do, then she couldn't stand in his way. But as she tried to come to terms with Jack's decision, a sense of anger began to well up inside her. She couldn't believe that her brother didn't believe in her, that he didn't trust her magic or her ability to protect the forest. "I can't believe you're doing this," she said, her voice shaking with emotion. "You don't believe in me, in my magic. You don't think I can handle this responsibility, and so you're just going to leave me here to deal with it all on my own." "That's not it, Jack said, his eyes filled with sadness. "I do believe in you. I just think that I have a role to play in this too. And the stranger has been teaching me things that I can't learn here. I need to go, for both of us." "I don't want you to go," Emily said, tears streaming down her face. "I can't lose you too. I already lost Mom and Dad, I can't lose you as well." "You won't lose me," Jack said, pulling her into a hug. "I'll come back to you, I promise, and when I do, I'll be stronger than ever. Together, we'll take down the darkness and protect the magic." As they held each other, Emily knew that she had to let her brother go. It would be hard, but she knew it was the right thing to do. And as they said their goodbyes, she made him promise to come back to her safe and sound. As Jack left the forest, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them, something dark and sinister. She knew that the war with the darkness was far from over, and that they all had a long and difficult journey ahead of them. But she also knew that as long as they stood together and held on to hope, they could overcome anything. The magic of the forest would guide them, and they would emerge stronger and more united than ever before.